Good evening, Portage County, and welcome to another edition of Sports Corner. I'm Ian Herrmann.
And I'm Matt Mergen.
Could the KSU men's basketball team continue their winning streak against the school down the road? Let's go to the jar for the highlight. And here we see Kent State at Akron, taking them on for the second time this season. We will pick up the action with this Kent State corner three by Von Cameron Davis. And then we'll get to the next highlight, which in the opposite corner for another three by Andrew Garcia. And now Akron, they want to get in on the fun. And Brian Trimble, he'll get a three of his own for Akron. And the Flashes, they're making some nice ball movement to Jeremiah Hernandez, gets the tough and one to fall. And then Garvin Clark for Akron, Euro stepping through that Kent State defense, gets a nice layup there. And then Malik Jacobs, he gets the ball at the top of the key, looks to shoot, and he does just that. He had 12 points on the night. Now Sincere Carey with the ball, he's dribbling around. He'll step back and he will drain the three. And now Garcia driving in, nice pass to Justin Hampton who gets an easy slam. And then Ali with a nice behind the back pass to Enrique Freeman for the slam. And Giovanni Santiago, he hits a corner three. And then Carey yet again dribbling around with the ball, step back, hits another three there. And Santiago, he gets around a screen, pulls up and gets the floater to fall. And now Carey again with the ball driving in, pull up for the midi, he gets it to fall as well. Now Santiago, he steals the ball, races down the court, he stops to look for help, cuts in, and eventually pulls up for a midi of his own. And now Freeman backing down Garcia, and he will hit the tough and one over him. But now Hamilton on the other end backing down Freeman, gets the layup there. And now Carey with the ball again, drives in, of course another step back, this one for two. And then Xavier Castaneda wide open for three, puts Akron within one, and then Carey at the line, he will hit the free throw, and now Kent State up two, and then Castaneda with one last chance, shoots it, but it misses. And Kent sweeps Akron, and they win it 66-64, moving into third in the MAC.
And now, once again, looking at those MAC men's basketball standings, Toledo sitting at first, 12-2, and Ohio is right behind them at 12-2 as well. Kent State, like we just said, picked up that big win against Akron and moved to 10-4. Akron's 9-4, and then Buffalo and Ball State, 7-4 for Buffalo, 6-7 for Ball State, and then Central Michigan and Miami are in last with 5-6 for Central Michigan, and Miami is sitting at 5-8.
Okay, Matt, after we just saw the highlight and the standings for the MAC, Kent State looking good so far, third in the MAC, as we said. 6 wins in a row for this squad now, but their next 2 games against OU and Toledo, it's going to be tough. What do we need to see from the Flashes going forward?
Like you said, Ian, they're on the biggest win streak of anyone in the MAC, 6 games. Their defense has been phenomenal. Toledo actually beat OU twice this year, and then Kent beat Toledo, so any of these 3 teams can win it. Kent State's defense has been the highlight for them. It's just a matter of can they score at the clip of Toledo, who I believe is averaging the most points in the MAC per game with 81. And yeah, if they continue to shoot the 3 ball at a real good clip and continue to play high-level defense, they should continue to win.
I agree. And the play of Sincere Carey averaging 17.6 points a game, and Malik Jacobs with averaging 11.6 points per game. Those are the 2 big names for Kent State going forward. And if they can continue to play well, there's no reason this Kent State team can be stopped.
And now moving over to some Flashes women's basketball. They picked up a big win against Ball State with a final score of 64-61. The Flashes are now 15-7 overall and 7-6 in the MAC. The hot start for the Flashes propelled them to this win as they ended the first quarter with a 9-point lead. Ball State hung with Kent State all game, but key defensive stops at the end helped seal this win. Coach Starkey spoke after the game about what's next for these Golden Flashes.
You know, this team has had multiple opportunities to pack it in this year when things weren't going our way in January. We kind of pressed the reset button right for February. We want February to be our month and to be the team nobody wants to play in March. And so we're kind of on that track. We still the thing that excites me is we still have not played our best basketball yet. And so you know, but once again, a really hard fought, tough win against a good team today.
So now looking at the MAC women's basketball standings, we got Toledo sitting at 13-1, and then Buffalo is right there at 10-4. Akron sitting third, 8-5, and Ball State is 7-5. Kent State sitting in fifth, 7-6, and then Western Michigan is 7-6 as well. Northern Illinois sitting at 7-7, then Bowling Green is in last at 6-6.
And with the women's basketball team, they are hot as well right now. They're on a 5-game win streak, as we just saw, 5th in the conference. They are playing very well. Matt, how is this team looking moving forward?
Once again, both Kent State teams, just like the men's team, Kent State women's basketball team does have a really strong defense, and they continue to shoot the 3 ball at a great clip. They shoot 36% from 3, which is the 2nd highest in the MAC. Shooting great from 3 and phenomenal defense is a recipe for success, and I hope that they will continue to see the same success with that recipe.
I'd have to agree, and this women's team is headed by a 4-headed monster in Katie Shumate, averaging 12.3 points per game, Lindsay Thal with 11.8, as well as Casey Santora with 11.8, and Nyla Blackford with 11.5. Those 4 are the biggest keys to this Flash's success so far. With all of them returning from last year, this team is on pace to have a great season. They continue this win streak as well. They'll be on pace for a great finish to the season. And now we will head over to wrestling, where the Kent State wrestling team defeated the Bloomsburg Huskies last Friday, 25-16. The win improved the Flashes to 6-7 overall and 4-4 in the MAC. 7 of the 10 wrestlers won their respective bouts on the afternoon, including 4 by major decision. The Flashes have 1 match remaining in the regular season. They will travel a short distance to the west to take on Southern Illinois at Edwardsville.
And the Kent State softball team falls to Boston College with a score of 3-2 in walk-off fashion. In the top of the 4th, freshman Savannah Wing hit a single, and then senior Sabrina Kirshner hit a double to score pinch hitter Julia Mazanik. Kirshner was able to score due to an error, and that put the Flashes up 2-0. The Eagles were able to get on the board due to a hit batter in the 6th, followed by a walk-off double by Hannah Slike in the bottom of the 9th, as Boston College won 3-2. The Golden Flashes are back on the road as they will travel to Boys Creek, North Carolina for 5 straight games.
And Kent State hosted the Doug Raymond National Qualifier on Saturday. Alexander Malanda and Drew Johnson posted top 5 all-time marks in program history at Kent State. Malanda won the men's triple jump, which puts him 4th on the Golden Flashes all-time indoor performance list. Johnson finished with a personal best of 8:18.27 to win the men's 3,000-meter run. The Flashes will be back on Saturday, February 19th, as they host the Judd Logan Memorial. Tune up at 9:30 a.m.
And the Kent State lacrosse team opened their 2022 season at home against Butler on Saturday. The Bulldogs beat the Flashes in a close one, 11-10. Kenzie Schuyler scored 6 goals, 1 shy of the program's record, and Abby Jones scored twice. All Kent State goals were unassisted. The Kent State goalkeeper, Madison Flanagan, had 13 saves, but was awarded with a tough luck loss in a game that could have been won by either side down to the very end. Now the Flyers prepare for their next game at home against Duquesne next Friday at 4 p.m. at Dick Stadium.
Hey y'all, I'm Della Fowler. Let's check out what went down at Kent State's hockey senior night. So we'll pick it up here with our very own Ian Herrmann and his family getting it started with a face-off win. Alex Halpnick will tap it in and get the Flashes on the board. It's 1-0 in the first. Hockey hugs are so beautiful, especially around Valentine's Day, aren't they? Then the second period will get going here, and the goalie doesn't even see it with a gorgeous goal by number 13, Hunter Hilbrecht. It's a beautiful night for the hockey team. Now, lots of penalties in this second period, but it will work in the Flashes' favor. Here comes the Flashes on a power play, and guess who it is? It's Hilbrecht again, his 2nd of the night. Like I said, this second period was a really powerful one for the Kent State offense. Lots of sticks around the net here. Total chaos, but Bennett Wagner will find it and get it in. It's 4-0 Flashes in the second. So far, a successful senior night, I would absolutely say. And on the power play, again, it's Hilbrecht to the toy department. That will be a hat trick for him, all in 1 period. What a night for the Flashes. Mercy Hurst will avoid the shutout and get on the board, but still Flash domination, 5-1. Go Flashes. And on a road trip to Rutgers, the Flashes gymnastics team positioned their highest score of a 196.2, along with having their best all-around score of the year. They also posted their highest bar score of 49.15. Sophomores Sarah Haxton and Kennedy Weinport led the way for the Flashes in the event with scores of 9.875 each, tying for highest bar score of the entire meet. A meet full of season highs also included the highest scores they've recorded yet on the vault and beams this year. They'll take second in that meet, but will try and bring that momentum into their home meet on Sunday at 1 p.m. hosting Bowling Green.
Thanks, Della. And when we come back, we will recap the Super Bowl from this past weekend after the break.
Fancy pants peanut butter?
A big screen television.
You haven't even bought a sofa yet.
A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
We had a star-studded Super Bowl in LA. Let's get to the highlights from the game. And here we are, LA and the Bengals taking each other on in the Super Bowl at SoFi. We'll pick it up in the second. Joe Mixon will actually throw this touchdown pass to T. Higgins. Take a look at it again. Beautiful throw. The Rams are up just now 13-10 to the third quarter. We go first play from scrimmage at the half. Joe Burrow play action. He will roll out of the pocket. Throws deep to T. Higgins again, who gets away from Jalen Ramsey. He will score his second touchdown of the game, 17-13 Cincy. And after that touchdown, the Rams with the ball. Stafford, he'll take the snap. He will look. He'll throw to Ben Skoranek off his hands and into the hands of Chidobe Awuzie for the pick. And that would lead to this Evan McPherson 38-yard field goal to push their lead to 20-13. Now we'll jump to the fourth quarter. Burrow with the ball. He's looking on 3rd and 9. And that O-line will let him down again as he is sacked by Von Miller. And Burrow would be hurt on the play, as you can see here, but he would remain in the game. And now Rams on the 1-yard line, looking to take the lead. Stafford to Kupp, of course, touchdown. That puts the Rams up 23-20. Now the Bengals one more chance on 4th and 1. Burrow takes the snap, has no time as Aaron Donald gets in, gets the ball away before he's sacked, but it is not caught. The blue Gatorade comes in, and the Rams, they win it 23-20. Now we'll hear from Aaron Donald.
My goal is always to be a world champion. I've been saying that for the past few years. So, to finally get the opportunity to feel this, to be living in it right now and at this time, this moment, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to put it in words right now.
Team, so you'd like to think that we're going to be back in this situation, multiple times over the course of the next few years. So, we listen, let it fuel you for the rest of our careers.
And now the NFL honors for this season. The MVP was Aaron Rodgers. He was absolutely on fire after week 1. He wins his 4th MVP, and then Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel, and then Offensive Player of the Year, Cooper Kupp. What a season he had. And the Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt, with 22 sacks on the season. And then Comeback Player of the Year, what a season it was for Joe Burrow, getting that team to the Super Bowl. Nobody expected it.
Okay, Matt, as we look now into the AFC North, what is your prediction for the Steelers going into this offseason?
So I think the biggest thing they need to address is obviously the quarterback situation. I personally don't believe Mason Rudolph is the answer, and they're going to look for a new quarterback in the draft if they can acquire one via trade. I think that's the most important part of this team, with obviously Ben Roethlisberger retiring. And then focusing on the AFC North, I think the Bengals as well need to make improvements if they want to get back to the Super Bowl, specifically that offensive line. I feel like that is the biggest issue. They let Joe Burrow down all year. He got sacked like 50 times in the playoffs. It was insane. But Ian, what do you think the Ravens and the Browns need to do to adjust for next season?
I think the Ravens, big thing for these two teams is injuries for sure. They all injured all year long, and neither of them were able to make the playoffs because of that. And for the Ravens, they allowed the most pass yards in the NFL. However, they had the best rush defense in terms of yards per game. So they definitely need to figure out how to step up on the passing side of the ball. But they were also bottom 10 in sacks. So they need to figure out how to get their defensive line to get to the quarterback and not just on the run game. And then, obviously, their biggest free agents, I would say, are Jimmy Smith, Calais Campbell, and Devontae Freeman. And then for the Browns, they actually had the 5th best pass defense in yards allowed per game. Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome really locking it down back there for the Browns. They were also top 12 in rush defense. And one of the biggest factors for that is Jadeveon Clowney is a free agent. Hopefully they can bring him back because he is one of the biggest reasons that rush defense was so well. And another concern for the Browns is Baker Mayfield. They will pick up his 5th-year rookie option, which I think they should. I think he is the way to go. And Javen Njoku and Rashard Higgins are as well free agents. And now we'll look at the Olympic medal count. Norway, they are in first with 21 total medal, 9 golds. The Russian Olympic Committee is second with 18 total medals and 4 golds. The United States, they're in third with 16 total medals, 7 golds. Germany in fourth with 15 total medals, 8 golds. And Austria in 5th with 15 total medals and 5 golds.
And now back to some college hoops. Ohio State's taking on Michigan here. And Michigan is going to start out here with a throwdown. Hunter Dickinson with the slam to get things going for Michigan. Up here by 3 in the first. And now E.J. Liddell with the baby hook here. Tough finish to give OSU the lead. And then Ohio State moving the ball around. They're going to hit a top of the key 3 here. Splash. And Ohio State is starting to pull away with this game. And now Liddell again with the fadeaway. That one is cash as well, and it was the E.J. Liddell show. He's going to hit a corner 3 here late, and it's good, and it is good. OSU holding on to a slim lead, and then Michigan here is going to respond with a big-time 3 of their own to close the gap. But Ohio State answers right back on the very next play. They're going to hit a tough, smooth mid-range jumper, and Ohio State will go on to win this game 68-57 is your final score. What a big win for OSU.
And when we come back, we'll take a look around the NBA for some more action from over the weekend. Stay with us.
How's your hair? Is it pretty?
Daddy.
It's pretty.
Maybe honestly, I don't know.
I'm Brady Hamilton, and what a weekend it was for the NBA. We had some Cavs basketball, some big Eastern Conference matchups. Let's head to Philly for the highlight. Let's check out the red-hot Cavs as they look to continue their win streak against the 76ers. Early in the first time All-Star Darius Garland hits a deep 3. On the other side of the floor, Joel Embiid hits a corner 3 as the 76ers lead starts to grow. And here's the Cavs' newest addition, Karis LeVert with the steal, who then dishes out to Cedi Osman for the 3 as the Cavs start to come back here in the second quarter. Garland with the handles brings the ball up the floor, and ooh, look at this pull-up 3 from the All-Star. Now we go on to the second half, and Evan Mobley, in trouble, finds Garland for the catch-and-shoot three, and the Cavs are keeping this one close. And look at Jetty running point guard here, who finds new All-Star Jared Allen for the slam coming up the court. And that would pretty much be it for the Cavs as they fall in this one after not finding a way to stop Embiid.
Now we're looking at the Eastern Conference staying. The Heat still in first at 37-20. The Bulls 36-21 right behind them. And of course the Cavs and the Bucks right there 35-22. 76ers at 34-22. Celtics behind them at 33-25. You got the Raptors at 31-24 and the struggling Nets down there in 8th at 29-27. And looking at the East standings right now, what team is the biggest threat to the Cavs in the playoffs?
After watching Saturday's game, I think it has to be the 76ers. I think that they are the biggest mismatch for the Cavs with MVP candidate Joel Embiid. And on top of that, they also just added James Harden at the trade deadline to add to this team who's looking to make a championship run.
Brady, the Cavs are currently in third place and should just 2 games out of first. How do you see them finishing out the rest of this season?
I see the Cavs finishing as one of the top seeds in the East and winning at least one playoff series, if not more. I think this is one of the most special regular seasons in Cavs history, and it is really amazing to see the improvement they have made since just last year.
And a little breaking news here, Jared Allen was named as All-Star replacement for James Harden today. Do you feel like Allen should have already been in?
I think Allen 100% should have already been an All-Star. He is the second best center in the East this year, and that is saying something. I mean, if you have watched the Cavs this year, you can see how dominant he is on both sides of the ball. He is basically a nightmare in the paint for opposing teams, and Allen now joins teammate Darius Garland to represent the Cavs as Cleveland will host the All-Star game this weekend for the first time since 1997. Make sure to check out Cleveland's own on Sunday night.
And now we go out west. LeBron James and the Lakers taking on Steph Curry and the Warriors. In this one, Steph Curry here with a smooth pass to Jonathan Kuminga, who's going to have a monster throwdown. Warriors gaining momentum here early, and now the Lakers are out and running. Avery Bradley with a bullet pass to Goat James here. Goat James is going to have a monster throwdown as well. And now LeBron on the next play, he's going to hit this sweet spin move and hit the reverse layup, and what a tough finish for the King, putting the team on his back. Let's take a look at that again one more time. And then now for the Warriors on the very next play, Klay Thompson is actually going to knock down this corner three, and that's no surprise there. Klay Thompson is a lights-out shooter. And now Steph Curry with a little razzle-dazzle here. He's going to get to the rim for a tough finish. Warriors up 3 here late, and then LeBron James, game on the line, and the free throw here is no good. That is just unlucky. And the Lakers with a prayer 3 on the very next play, and that will now fall. Warriors win with a final score of 117-115 and send the Lakers.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at our men on the Silver Mountain and our award-winning segments.
The Agenda, Thursday nights at 9 at kentwired.com. Also check out our YouTube at youtube.com/theagendatv2.
Welcome back. Let's get into my segment, Ian's 3 stars of the week. And for my 3rd star of the week is Joel Embiid. Embiid has been the MVP favorite in my opinion and is averaging 33.2 points a game, 13.6 rebounds a game, and shooting 47% in his last 5 games. My 2nd stars of the week is Callie Humphreys and Elena Myers-Taylor. The two made history as Humphreys claimed gold and Taylor claimed silver for the U.S. in the first ever monobob event. And my 1st star of the week is the LA Rams. The Rams went out and acquired huge pieces in the offseason, none bigger than Matt Stafford, and they won the Super Bowl. And also a huge shout out to Stafford for getting the ring after years in Detroit.
And for my Mergen Minute this week, I want to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals. Everyone is going to be talking about the Rams and how they won, but credit needs to be given to the Bengals as this team shocked the world this year. They significantly exceeded expectations and still have a great young core to build around for the future. The Bengals also have the third most cap space of any team this offseason and can sign some big names potentially on the offensive line. Although this year didn't end up how they hoped, the future is looking bright for the Bengals. And now for my man on the Silver Mountain pick this week. My pick is Matthew Stafford. After spending years as a Detroit Lion with no playoff success, Stafford was traded to the Rams this past year. He had a great season and led 3 game-winning drives to finish out this postseason. Stafford did wonders for the Rams and showed why it was worth it for the Rams to go all in for him in trade. Congrats to Matthew Stafford on his first career Super Bowl, bringing the Rams their second Super Bowl in franchise history.
And now for my man on the Silver Mountain, I'm going with Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp. Kupp is just the 7th receiver to win the award and the first since Julian Edelman 4 years ago. Kupp went for 8 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It was very pivotal in the Rams Super Bowl win, especially the final drive. Kupp had one of the best wide receiver seasons of all time, and in my opinion is the best singles receiver season ever. Kupp won the Triple Crown Offensive Player of the Year, the Super Bowl MVP, and of course, rose the Lombardi Trophy. And Matt, as we finish up this episode of Sports Corner, we just had the Super Bowl. What are you going to miss about football?
I'm going to miss football a lot. I love seeing these young quarterbacks develop for sure. Joe Burrow's had a phenomenal season. I can't wait to see quarterbacks like Justin Herbert do next season. Tua, I think they're going to be phenomenal. We got a great class there. And what are you going to miss about football? Ian?
I'm definitely excited to see guys like Justin Herbert throw the ball. That's for sure. Hopefully the Browns can do some big things next year. Hopefully Baker can get back. I was excited this year that we got 2 new teams in the Super Bowl. Hopefully we can continue to see some new teams, and hopefully for another good football season. But that is all we have for Sports Corner for today. My name is Ian Herrmann.
And I'm Matt Mergen.
Hope you guys all have a great rest of your night.